Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to more family-friendly gaming with Soap the Great. We're here playing some FTB Infinity Evolved on the Hypermine modded server. And we're over here at my castle base, as usual. Not much has changed in terms of the looks. We're still waiting on some more skystone processing to occur. And slowly but surely filling that in around. What are we doing today? Well, I've got another project in mind, and I've got it set up over here. Man, those guys are noisy. Let's turn down the friendly creatures a bit. There's some of the noisiest animals. Yeah. We need to take care of those, but we're still working on stuff in the castle. So we don't quite have the stables set up. We don't have the spawners set up. So we'll leave them as is. All right. So over here, we've got a project in mind. So when we set up the wheat and the carrot and the potato way over there farms, I said I'm not going for very efficient. And really, I'm still not going for very efficient. But it would be nice if it was a little more efficient. I mean, we're going to get a couple of harvests real quick. There we go. The harvester just got that. We've got one right there. It should go. But we're still not getting any carrots, potatoes, or wheat into... Well, we're getting wheat. We're not getting... Oh, Nimson's back. So we're still not getting a lot of those items in. Of course, by the time you see this, it's been a while since I've recorded. I am working through a large bit of batch recording just to give you an idea of some of the behind the scenes here. But yeah, so we're having some efficiency issues. And I'd like to do something about that. So one of the things we could do is get some bone meal in here and maybe bone meal spam this whole area. That's not very practical. There's something else. There's agricraft with the sprinklers. We could do that, but then that gets rid of the sight lines over here. I want wide open, kind of a ranch type feel. We might do the agricraft sprinklers later, but those sprinklers have to be above, kind of like in a greenhouse. But there's another sprinkler, and it's from OpenBlocks, and we're going to grab one here, and I got a bunch of bone meal we're going to be using in just a moment. But this is from OpenBlocks, and let me show you the recipe. It's right here. It's fairly simple. So, you know, if you've got a decent iron farm or a pretty good quarry set up, you're not going to have a problem. And I don't have a problem with that. We've got plenty of iron to go around. So there's the recipe for the sprinkler. And we'll get another one. There we go. So the sprinkler needs to be sitting on top of a tank or have some other form of water coming into it. And it's going to help keep soil hydrated, but it's also going to increase the growth rate. So we need a source of water, and it can't just be on top of a block of water like in the center there. So we're going to be using aqueous accumulators. And so I've built 3. The reason is we've got 3 farms we've got to do. So we got one there and over there. And so I'm building 3 aqueous accumulators. I noticed that I'm missing something here. What could we be missing? Pneumatic servos. So overall, those aren't too cheap, but it does mean that there's an additional crafting step required for these. And you can see we also had copper gears and machine frames go into this. So we got our aqueous accumulator. We'll take up our crafting stations here. And then we'll also grab as much bone meal as we can get for the moment. We'll come in here. Not like closing the gate actually matters, but let's get rid of our... Ooh, I didn't think about that. Let's put one batch of bone meal in there. And then we're going to set down the aqueous accumulator right here. And then we'll put the sprinkler on top. And that should start going as soon as the aqueous accumulator starts sending water. I think it may have to get to a certain point. But that machine, the aqueous accumulator, is a bit magical to me. But this should keep the whole area hydrated. And we'll see how that goes long term. We see a little bit. Is it going? I'm not seeing much of a difference, but we're not losing the hydration. This worked in a testing world Oh, you know what else we need to do is put in some bone meal. So let's do that. Okay, yeah, so we've got some water particles showing up. But let's throw in a bunch of bone meal, and that's going to help with the overall process as well. And let's do that for the other 2 farms. We'll try and walk over here and go in the way, walk around the way that we're supposed to be walking around this farm. Same thing, and then maybe by the time we're done, we should start seeing a little bit of progress over on the wheat field. Let's go take care of the potatoes as well. They're up on this hill over here. And we'll go along the path. We kind of see the path structure that I'd like to set up eventually for over here. Grab the lily pad, aqueous accumulator, sprinkler, and then a bunch of bone meal. And that should get things going. Can fly around a bit. Our harvester should grab that potato over there real quick. Let's see. And our sludge boiler is doing pretty well. So in this whole setup, in the harvester and planter, we've got range upgrades, but I don't think there's a speed upgrade. It'd be nice if this thing was a little bit faster. But overall, that's not too bad. And we'll see if we're getting a little bit better return rate on our wheat. Let's just go over here and we'll see what's going on. I don't know. I can't see any particles, but I had seen some earlier in my testing. So I don't know. And it may just be that I don't have enough water around the aqueous accumulator to showcase all of that. Who knows? Let's go over here and see if we can reach into here. Yeah. And this doesn't have any other sort of what's the word, inventory for liquid. So it just has the bone meal. That's going to help things grow. Well, anyway, that was our project for the day. Do I need, for those of you that know modded, do I need to add more water around the aqueous accumulator for this thing to be more effective? Or is this going to be sufficient? I've seen people just do the aqueous accumulator and sprinkler, and I keep saying that. It's just a really difficult name for a machine to keep saying. But I've seen that setup before, and it didn't seem to be a problem. But who knows? I didn't really do any measurements ahead of time to see if we needed to, or if that was going to work. But anyway, we'll leave it as is. And we've gotten everything out of our project chest there, so we can take this. There we go. All right, well, that's one project done here on the castle base. So I think we're going to wrap up the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me get a screenshot for that as well. I sometimes forget these. So let's just fly and do that. We'll get the screenshot. Got our screenshot. There we go. I sometimes forget to do it, and then I have to go back, and sometimes there's been more progress in the screenshot than happened in the video. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this installment of Family Friendly Gaming with Soap the Great. I have enjoyed putting that together, playing with that in creative, but not in creative here, in creative in my creative test world, playing with those. But who knows? Maybe it's not working. I don't know. But I'm hoping to get more potatoes and carrots into our ME system here soon. So that's it for now. If you did enjoy, a like is always appreciated. If you didn't enjoy, let me know how I can improve. I'm open to feedback. I love it. Put your comments down in the comment section down below, or catch me on Twitter at MCSoapTheGreat. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.